Welcome, art enthusiasts, to our YouTube channel, where creativity and imagination intertwine. I'm thrilled to introduce you to the enchanting world of Six Digital Art Library. In this episode, we'll embark on a journey that goes beyond visual aesthetics. We'll unveil the hidden stories behind our mesmerizing digital art pieces, capturing the essence of each creation. Before we delve into the captivating story that awaits, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell, so you never miss an immersive art experience. And for those seeking to bring these extraordinary pieces into their lives, remember to visit our digital library, where the wonders continue. Now, let's dim the lights, open the doors to your imagination, and begin our tale.
For years, the man had always heard stories of the haunting forest, a place where the trees themselves were said to come alive and claim the souls of unwary travelers. But he had always been skeptical of such tales, thinking them to be mere superstitions of an age-long past. However, one day, the man found himself lost in the woods. He had been on a hiking trip and had taken a wrong turn somewhere along the way. As he tried to retrace his steps, he realized that he was hopelessly lost. Night was falling, and the forest was growing darker by the minute. Fear began to grip him as he walked deeper into the woods, the sounds of his own footsteps echoing through the silence. The once familiar path was now an unfamiliar labyrinth of trees and shadows. An unexplainable unease settled in his stomach, and he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. As he trudged onward, he noticed a strange rustling sound following him. At first, he dismissed it as the wind, but the noise persisted, growing louder and more ominous with each passing moment. His heart pounded in his chest, and a cold sweat formed on his brow. Determined to escape the encroaching darkness, the man quickened his pace. But the rustling sound grew even louder, accompanied by an eerie whisper that seemed to echo through the trees. The hairs on the back of his neck stood on end, and a chill ran down his spine. With a growing sense of dread, he turned around, and there, emerging from the trees, was a figure unlike anything he had ever seen before. It stood before him, a humanoid form made entirely of foliage. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its presence exuded an ancient, primal energy. Terror gripped the man as he attempted to run, but the creature was too fast, its branches reaching out with a supernatural dexterity. It ensnared him, its grip tightening like a vice, and he could feel its life force pulsating through his veins. Paralyzed with fear, the man watched helplessly as his body began to transform. His flesh turned into leaves, his bones into branches. The boundaries between himself and the haunting forest blurred, and he became one with the very essence of the woods. He had become a victim of the forest's insatiable hunger. Days later, a search party ventured into the woods in a desperate attempt to find the lost hiker. What they discovered was a macabre scene of scattered remains intertwined with twisted vines and branches. The forest seemed to have exacted its revenge, its dark magic permeating the air. News of the incident spread like wildfire through the small town neighboring the forest. The locals, already wary of the haunted woods, became even more fearful. They warned others of the dangers that lurked within its depths, and the legend of the man made of the haunting forest became a cautionary tale for generations to come. Years passed, and the forest grew even more foreboding. It became a place steeped in mystery and terror, shrouded in tales of dark magic and ancient curses. The locals spoke of the forest as a gateway to another realm, a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead were blurred. One day, a group of daring explorers armed with high-tech cameras and sensors set out to investigate the forest. They had heard the stories, but their skepticism led them to seek the truth for themselves. Undeterred by the warnings, they ventured into the heart of the haunted woods, their cameras rolling and sensors buzzing with anticipation. As they delved deeper, they were greeted by a sight that defied all logic. The trees seemed to twist and contort, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. An eerie mist enveloped the air, obscuring their vision and sending shivers down their spines. The explorers pressed forward, documenting every step of their journey. But their excitement quickly turned to fear when they heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps behind them. They spun around, their eyes widening in horror as the figure emerged from the trees. The creature, a being of living foliage, moved with a haunting grace. Its body was composed of gnarled branches and twisted vines, blending seamlessly with the forest that birthed it. With a malevolent intent, it pursued the explorers relentlessly, its branches extending like hungry tendrils. The group scattered in a desperate attempt to escape, but the forest creature was relentless, appearing from every shadow, its presence overwhelming. One by one, the explorers fell victim to its grasp, consumed by the insatiable hunger of the forest itself. Silence descended upon the woods once more as the last explorer succumbed to the forest's embrace. The cameras and sensors lay discarded and broken on the forest floor, their batteries drained and screens cracked. Days later, the footage recovered from the cameras caused a sensation in the scientific community. The terrifying images of the forest creature defied all scientific explanation. The world stood in awe and terror as they witnessed the living embodiment of the haunting forest. The legend of the man made of the haunting forest had come to life, forever etching its terrifying presence into the minds of humanity. The forest became a place of fear and superstition, a forbidden realm that no one dared to enter. Yet, despite the danger, there were those who believed that the forest held the key to unlocking the secrets of the universe. They continued to search for answers, drawn to the enigmatic power that lay hidden within the haunted woods. And so, the haunting forest remained a place of mystery and terror, a place where the trees themselves were alive and hungry for human souls. The legend of the man made of the haunting forest continued to grow, as new generations of travelers heard the tale and shuddered in fear. The end.
Thank you for tuning into our YouTube channel, where art comes to life through captivating stories. If you want to dive deeper into the world of 6 Digital Art Library and discover more enchanting pieces, be sure to click the link below and visit our extensive library. There, you'll find a treasure trove of digital art waiting to spark your imagination. Don't miss out on the opportunity to bring the magic home. Head over to our library and let the art continue to inspire you.